This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about the relationships, and there we have discussed about how to map the lookup association among the various objects we have discussed. Then whenever we are mapping the associations among the various objects, what type of relationship data types has been given by Salesforce? We have discussed. And then in that relationships, how to map the lookup association, we have discussed practically, and there we have identified few observations. Now, upon mapping the lookup association that we have identified, 4 observations as of now, like whenever you are mapping the lookup association between the two objects, lookup association provides the one-to-many association between the two objects. That means a parent record can have one or more number of child records. A parent record inside the parent object can have the association with one or more number of child records in the child object. This is the first observation. And then lookup relationship can be applicable even though both the objects are having some records inside this. Even though before mapping the association, if both the objects are having some records inside it, then also lookup relationship can be applicable. And once we have mapped that lookup association, upon creating the child record, we have to select the parent. So while selecting the parent, okay, that lookup field is not a mandatory field, it's an optional field. That means what? So now lookup field is not a mandatory field. That means upon creating the child record, selecting the parent is not mandatory, it's an optional. And so while mapping the lookup association, an object can have maximum of 40 lookup relationship fields. Each lookup relationship field we are using for what? To map the association with a parent. Like that here a child object can have maximum of 40 parents. A child object can have maximum of 40 parents. That possibility is available. Now let's see. Let me show you few more observations and then we will move forward to that master detail and then we'll move forward to that concept of hierarchical association. These 3 are the most important. It's a common question in every interview, difference between lookup and master detail. And then there is one more question, okay, what exactly hierarchical associations and what objects in Salesforce will support hierarchical associations? That is a common question. We'll see all these things practically today. We'll complete this part. Now, the next one. Now let's see the next observation. For example, assume that we have a hiring manager object that already you know that in the previous sessions we have created. And then we have position records also. In the position object, we have position records. I have created an SFDC developer position. Okay, so which is a Salesforce developer position over here, which has been assigned to Sridhar. Assume that today I have assigned this position responsibility to Sridhar. Because Sridhar is one of the HR person in our team, in our organization, Sridhar is one of the HR person. So since almost 2 years, whenever I'm having any positions or any vacancies in my project or in my team, I'm assigning this position responsibility to Sridhar because Sridhar is the only HR person that we have in our organization. So we are assigning this position responsibility to Sridhar. So just now here, today we have created one position with the name SFDC developer, and this position responsibility I have assigned to Sridhar as usual. Now, so now just now I got that notification, just now I got some information that Sridhar got resigned to my company, okay, almost 2 months back. Tomorrow is the last working day for this person in my organization. Okay, Sridhar got resigned 2 months back, and tomorrow is the last working day for Sridhar in our company. So from day after tomorrow, he is not part of our organization, he is not part of our team, he is not part of taking care of recruiting the candidates for the positions. Then, so in this case, who is the responsible person for my position responsibility? As of now, Sridhar is the HR person. So now this person got resigned. He's relieving from the company tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last working day for Sridhar in our organization. From day after tomorrow, who is going to be taking care of my position's responsibilities? In this case, what happened? This position responsibility I want to assign to another HR person. Already we have recruited another HR person. To that person, we need to assign that. Now, so now here in this case, okay, now here in this case, I would like to indicate that. Okay, I would like to indicate that. So when coming to this hiring manager, so as of now, we have assigned the position to Sridhar. Sridhar got resigned. So now what we need to do from tomorrow onwards, another person will take up this responsibility. Like for example, assume that I'm working in an IT company. Suppose I got resigned to my position, then what they will do? They will replace my position with some new employee. So like the similar way, Sridhar is one of the HR person previously. So he got resigned because he got an opportunity in a different company. He's moving to some different company. So Sridhar position has been replaced with some new HR person over here. So what we need to do, we need to assign this position to some another person over here, another HR person. So then what we can do, just we can able to go to this position over here, nothing but the hiring manager field, just a double click on that, remove this as reader, and then select that another HR person to whom you want to assign. I'm selecting like some Ranjit. From now onwards, Ranjit will be the person who will take care of the position's responsibility over here. So click on save button. So from now onwards, Ranjit is the HR person for this position. So this position has been assigned to Ranjit. Now when you go to that hiring managers, let's see, open this Sridhar. Previously position has been assigned to the Sridhar. So now Sridhar is not having any positions right now over here, because he is going to be leaving from tomorrow. So no task, no assignments. Now let's go to that Ranjit here, open that Ranjit record. So now it is having the Ranjit is having the position responsibility, that is SFTC developer. So from now onwards, Ranjit is going to be taking care of that position responsibility. He is a new HR person, has been allocated for my position over here from tomorrow onwards. Like that here, what we did previously for my child record position, who is the parent here? Parent was Sridhar. But now who is the parent? Ranjit. That means here what we have done, we have changed the parent here. Previously, the Sridhar will be the parent, and because HR will be the parent, and then my position SFDC developer is a child. So for this one, what we did, we have changed the parent. Okay, we have changed the parent. This feature is called as reparenting. This feature is called as reparenting. Reparenting means what? We are changing the parent of a record. So we are changing the parent of a record. Now, so now here in this case, we are changing the parent of a record, that is called as reparenting. So that at any point of time, we can change the parent of this child record to any other parent also. That means we can assign this position responsibility to any other HR person at any point of time, depends upon your business requirement. Now, so that reparenting option reparenting option is available by default. That is, once the child record has been created, then we can change the parent of the child record by assigning the child to any other parent in future. That possibility is available to you. This is the functionality of lookup relationship. So reparenting option is available by default. Now the next one. So in this case here, observe what will happen. So this position has been assigned to whom? Ranjit. Okay, now let's go to the Ranjit here. Suppose if I'm removing this Ranjit record, what will happen? What about my position? Let's see. So now Ranjit currently he is associating with one position SFDC developer here. Now, whenever I'm deleting this Ranjit record, observe what will happen. Click on OK. My Ranjit record has been deleted. HR record has been deleted. What about the position? So now let's open this. Go to the positions. SFDC developer position is available as it is. But in this case, inside this hiring manager field, the value has been Ranjit name has been cleared out. The Ranjit's ID has been cleared out. This value has been empty. That means what? Upon removing the parent record, only parent record has been deleted. Child record is available as it is. This is the functionality of lookup association. In lookup relationship, upon removing the parent record, only parent will be getting removed, child record will be existed as it is. This is the functionality of lookup. In this child record, this lookup field value will be getting cleared out. Okay, this lookup field value will be getting cleared out. Why? Let me show you. When you go to that lookup field, whatever the lookup field we have created yesterday, let's go to that lookup field. This is the lookup field, hiring manager. Let me click on this edit link. Let's see. I'm going to the field settings. Now here it is indicating that one radio button has been selected. What is this? Clear the value of this field. This is the option. That means what? Whenever I'm going to be removing the parent record, remove that parent record, make the child record as it is inside that child object. In that child object, in the lookup field, that parent record ID is there. Just clear the value of that field. Okay, clear the value of this lookup field. Just by making it as null. That means this child is not associated to any parent. This child is an independent child. It is not associated to any parent. This is the functionality of lookup. Okay, so in lookup association, child record may be associated with the parent or may not be associated with the parent. It's a fundamental phenomenon of lookup association. Okay, now let me give them a point. Upon removing the parent record, only parent will get removed from the parent object. Child records will get existed. Child records will get existed as it is. That is, it will clear the lookup field value. It will clear the lookup field value by making it as null. This is the sixth observation as part of this lookup association. Next. Next observation. Now, sometimes in the interview point of view, they will raise a question. When you go to my relationship field, okay, when you click on this one, record, this lookup field is optional. Can you make this field mandatory? Yes. How? Upon creating this field, we have to select the required checkbox. So just to go to this field, okay, this is the field which you have created. I want to select this checkbox over here, required. By selecting this required checkbox, we can make that field mandatory. You know that same concept. Observe what will happen. Whenever I'm selecting this checkbox, this radio button option will be getting swapped automatically. Okay, radio button selection will be getting swapped. Observe what will happen in this kind of situation. Select this one, radio button selection has been swapped. Now click on save. From now onward, this lookup field will be a mandatory field. Let's see. Let's refresh this user interface, observe how the field will look like. See. So now this lookup field is looking like as mandatory. How? By selecting the required checkbox. This is one of the common question in the interview point of view. So now in lookup association, can we make that lookup field mandatory? Yes. How? Upon creating the lookup field, we can select the required checkbox so that we can make it as required. Now let me show you that. We can make the lookup field required by selecting the required checkbox upon creating or editing the lookup field in the object. Upon creating the lookup field or upon updating that field settings also, we can make it as mandatory. That possibility is available. Next, now observe what will happen in this case. Now, so for example, here I'm selecting this. I'm assigning this position responsibility to a HR person called as some Rumana Ahmad. Rumana is one of the HR person from now onwards for my position. Let's see. Okay, now. So from now onwards, Rumana is the HR person, okay, for my position record here. So now she is going to be taking care of the responsibility of recruiting the candidates. Let me open the Rumana Ahmad record here. Go to the hiring manager. Rumana. Rumana Ahmad is the HR person here. She is going to be taking care of my position responsibility. So now here in this case here. So now here in this case. So now if I'm removing this Rumana Ahmad record, what will happen? Click on the delete button. Let's see what will happen. It is indicating deletion problems. What is the problem? Your attempt to delete Rumana Ahmad could not be completed because it is associated with the following positions. Now, this is the functionality. This is one of the most important point. So, whenever previously what happened, we have created a position record, we have assigned to the HR person, and then we are able to remove the HR person. This field is making it as null. But now this field we have made it as mandatory. This field we have made it as mandatory here. In this case here, what happened? So now, if the lookup field is mandatory, then when you try to remove the parent record, which is having a child record inside this, then Salesforce doesn't allow you to remove that parent. Why? Because if I'm removing the parent, what will happen in that child record? That field we have to make it as null, but that field is mandatory. With how can we make it as null? For that one, it won't allow you to remove that one. Because in lookup association, upon removing the parent, only parent will be removed, child will not removed. But here we made that lookup field mandatory. At that time, it is giving some different behavior. Then what is the solution for this one? The solution is they're clearly indicating. What we need to do, whatever the childs are available, simply we can remove the child record from the child object, then remove the Rumana Ahmad record. This is one way. Second one, what we can do, we can reparent that child to some different parent, and then we can remove that parent record. That means Rumana Ahmad record here. These are the two solutions are available. First one is remove the childs first and then remove the parent. Second one, what? So now just to reparent that child record to some other parent, then you can remove that Rumana Ahmad record. That possibility is there. Okay, now when the lookup field is mandatory, is a required field, if the user tries to remove the parent record which is associated with a child record. Then Salesforce won't allow to remove the parent record from the object. Then Salesforce doesn't allow you to remove the parent record from the object. In this case, what is the solution? We have two solutions are available. First solution, remove all the related parent child records from the child object and remove the parent record and remove the parent record. This is one observation. This is one solution. Second solution here. Reparent all the related child records to other parent and then remove the parent record from the object. This is the functionality. So this is the functionality of lookup. Now the ninth point is sharing settings and security settings of child record is independent of parent. Okay, sharing settings and the security settings of the child record is independent of parent. Okay, that means what? In this case, okay, in this case, the child record is not completely dependent on parent. That's what in lookup association, when you try to remove the parent, only parent has been removed, child record is existed as it is. Okay, upon removing the parent, only parent has been removed, child record is existed as it is. The functionality is available to you over here. Child custom also. Okay, we can able to map the association from standard object to custom object also. Like for example, let me explain. I have two objects. Object 1, object 2. So now this object 1 is, this is the object, for example, this is the parent object. This is contact object, which is a standard. is the standard object. So this is a loan object, loan underscore underscore C object, which is a custom object. So now tell me, can you map the lookup association from contract to loan, where I want to make a child and then loan object or not? Yes, it is possible. That means in lookup association, we have that standard as a child. In
Sir,
lookup
your voice is not
association, standard
audible.
as subject also with your
Sir,
customer.
voice is not audible, sir.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Sir, I'm unable to hear your voice. I'm not getting your voice.
Is my voice audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so whenever we are mapping the association between the two objects, as of now, we have mapped the lookup association between the two objects. One is position, second one is hiring manager. Both are custom objects only. But in some cases, I need to map the association from a standard object to custom object. Is it possible to map the lookup association between these two objects? Yes, that is also possible. So by using this lookup association, we can map the association from a standard to custom object with lookup association also. That means we can make a standard object as child with your custom object as parent with lookup association. That possibilities are available. Okay, now they will raise a common question in this entry point of view like this. So in my lookup association, can I make a standard object as child? Yes, that is also possible. Lookup association is possible between all the objects. Okay, standard to custom also possible, custom to standard also possible, standard to standard also possible, custom to custom. All the possibilities are available. All the four combinations are supported in lookup association. Okay, now in lookup relationship, we can make the standard object as the child with the custom object as the parent. We can make the standard object as a child with the custom object as a parent. That possibility is available as
Sir,
part
we
of
can
this.
see the notepad, sir.
The screen is not moving.
So lookup relation, we can make a standard object as the child, object as that possibility available to you in this case. These are the ways are available after this lookup relation. Next feature, master data solution.
Sir, your voice is kind of breaking, sir.